Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Kara.
And I'm Janeè, Jeremy's sister.
And I'm Brownie.
Well, so as she introduced herself, we have a special guest here today. It's not Bill, and it's not Han Yoda Shrek. It's Janeè. So Janeè, are you excited to be here?
I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go through the Rise of the Podcast grinder, and you're gonna come out the other side, and we're gonna determine whether or not you are a nerd.
Ooh, okay.
So
I'm in.
We're
Let's
gonna
do it.
quiz your knowledge and stuff like that. But as you know, we went to Galaxy's Edge.
Well, here where would you rate yourself as a nerd right now?
Wait, Star Wars nerd or
No,
just
no.
a
In
nerd?
general.
In
nerd.
general, nerd.
Scale of 1 to 10, where on the scale would you rank yourself?
Ooh, I would say a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
4.
So
Yeah.
now at the end of the podcast, we'll ask her again,
Okay.
and we'll see where you rank yourself at that point.
And everybody comment
fun.
below what you think your score is. I'll say she's a level 9 herbology nerd.
Okay, so, all right. So as you know, though, so we'll come back to the nerd quiz. As you know, I just want to get this out there. So anybody who's interested in Star Wars facts, we get those out of the gate right away. So we went to Galaxy's Edge
Yes.
already a week ago, and there's just a really cool narrative that I read that I thought we could maybe share. So, Kara, do you have the little narrative about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge?
I do. What would you like me to say about it?
Well, it's just you and I were blown away when we got there.
Yes.
And this article that was written by StarWars.com describes of what they wanted the intent of the park to feel like. So, we have a live studio audience as well. My mom is in the corner, which is also Janeè's mom is in the corner.
Hey!
So we have an audience. So if you hear erroneous laughing, that's going to be her over in the corner.
That will be her in the corner. I know it.
So basically,
sure.
they compared it. The park designer compared and designed this place similar to Route 66. So you can just
Well, yeah, because
Cool.
Route 66 used to be like a huge thing that people would drive. You know, it was like a popular highway people would take for road trips. But then they put in
the freeway.
freeways. And so people are now bypassing Route 66 so they can get to their destination faster. So basically what they're saying is Batuu was like this hub, this stop for people to go to, as hyperspace was in its infancy. And so people would stop there, they'd refuel, they'd gas up, they'd get their snacks like I always do on stops, you know what I'm saying?
Me too.
We got a lot of snacks on the road
Oh,
trip.
sweet Lord, yes, we did. Every place. And then as hyperspace became more of a thing and they found better routes to take to get to the outer rim, Batuu kind of became a place that people ignored.
Sure.
So
it kind of fell to people that are a little bit harder on life.
Yeah.
They're becoming more dependent on crime lords can rise up.
well, I think how
stuff
they
like that.
described it in the article we read was basically it's a place you go to get lost.
Right.
If you don't want anybody to find you, you go to Batuu.
And then Chris, this was kind of funny to me. Apparently there was a radio station playing. I don't know if we had to get it on the app, but they were running ads. And since you are familiar with the ad world, what was the name of the shampoo?
So they decided they needed a Wookiee shampoo, right? I mean, obviously. And so they named it Sleek and Chic from Kashyyyk.
Nice.
Where Chewbacca's from. So I thought that was absolutely hilarious.
I was hoping for some sort of play on tail and mane or something
Oh,
like that.
that'd be funny, yeah.
Maybe-
Bowcaster and Bandolier or something. Whoop.
Maybe
I just kicked your camera, Jeremy. Sorry.
we won't.
Okay,
use that angle.
speaking of Wookiees, I was telling Jeremy earlier that does anybody know where they got Chewbacca's voice from? What mix
Yes,
of animals?
I actually do.
Okay, do you have any idea, Janeè?
Janeè, take a guess.
Just a stab in the dark.
I'm gonna go with like water life.
Okay.
I think
So-
like
I mean,
a whale or a,
You're close. You're
Oh.
close.
Really?
Okay, and then Janeè, pick a character from Star Wars.
Han Solo.
Okay, pick a animal from Star Wars if you can.
A creature.
A creature.
Do they have squirrels? You guys are talking to somebody. This is gonna be fun.
Squirrel. I'd say the closest thing is an Ewok.
I
think
would
that's-
say the closest thing is probably a Kowakian monkey lizard. Yeah, I'd say that's probably the closest.
There we go.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with
Kara,
that.
you were gonna say something about Wookiees. but where the sound came from.
Okay,
Right,
so
the
the
sound.
sound. Chris, what were you gonna say?
I don't remember explicitly what it was, but I have heard it before, where it's like a mixture of like a lion and a bear and a bunch of other like big, like just like dominant apex level like predators.
Yep. So
Okay.
it's lion, bear, walrus.
Oh, yep.
And various dying animals.
So
That's it.
Forgot
So
about walrus, but yeah, there was the aquatic
Yeah,
bit in
that's
there.
okay.
Larger
I
aquatic
felt that
animal.
in there for
And
sure.
one guy gargling mouthwash in the
Right.
back of the studio.
So one of your favorite animals I know
Yeah.
is actually the sound of the TIE fighter. The TIE
Really?
fighter sound is made from an elephant and what
A
was it?
car driving on wet
A
pavement.
car driving on wet pavement. So that classic, iconic
Oh.
TIE fighter sound comes from an elephant and a car driving on wet
That's
pavement.
really cool. These are facts
So,
I have never.
The reason why I asked you to pick
Yeah.
a Star Wars character is I am going to do my best impersonation of a Star Wars sound. So I'm going to do a
Lord.
Wookiee. So here we go. Ready?
Yep.
I'm going to do So that's my Wookiee.
That is
So
amazing.
Kara is going to do a Tusken Raider.
Ooh.
Okay, let's do it.
She does a really good job
pretty
of
good.
Tusken Raiders. Now,
So
Janeè.
Jesse and Tusken Raiders are apparently my thing.
Jesse the Tusken Raider.
There you go.
Team Tusken Raider. You're going to steal all the
I'm going to
Minox.
steal all of mine. So, Janeè, I want you to try to make a Kwonky.
Salacious Crumb.
Okay, wait.
So the little thing that sits on
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt's shoulder, the
Okay,
little
yep.
weird, creepy thing,
Yep.
make that his sound.
Okay, but can you do the sound for me and then I'll do it?
I'll try to do it for you.
No,
Ready?
I
Yeah.
think she should just guess at what it
Yeah,
sounds
just
like.
So guess what it sounds like, and then I'll do it. and
Jane's
then-
like,
and then
no.
you
Wait,
can see.
okay. So did I tell you earlier I was excited about coming on? I'm not so sure about this anymore.
Yeah, let's pick on Janeè Day now.
Yeah.
Jane's just gonna walk out.
Things just shifted. Okay.
Like we told Bill, we
So-
have guards at the door to keep you here.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So, but I'm gonna think of a sound because this is I'm very unfamiliar with
And
this.
Chris,
So
let's put up a Kwonky and Monkey Lizard right here.
Okay.
perfect.
He can be our guest sitting on the table.
Yes.
We're
Okay.
cool.
So this thing sits on a shoulder of
He
somebody.
said, he said,
So-
should we show her a picture of a Kwaki and monkey lizard?
I might give her too much information on how the sound.
Just make the sound.
Okay,
see what it
okay,
says.
okay,
Just shoot
okay.
in the dark. It'll be
Wait,
fun.
so it's what's the name of it again?
Kwaki and Monkey Lizard.
Okay.
Which
So
is pretty descriptive.
Yeah.
monkey lizard. Okay, so ooh.
Okay, so
There.
now
I mean,
let's show her the picture now.
I think it's capable of making that
Oh, he's cute in an ugly way.
That's okay.
noise. I've heard that before.
At Galaxy's
look at
Edge,
him.
you
You
can buy one that
guys.
sits on your shoulder, and then it comes with a little air pump thing, and then you like squeeze it, and he like jiggles around.
Oh my!
If I would have known that, we would have gotten it for you. If you like
Yeah,
Kwaki and Monkey
yeah.
Lizard. So, how
I
they
can get it on
really
eBay. I can get it on
sound
eBay.
like is I've got
for
a
like 100% more.
now. Okay, Chris is going to correct me if I'm wrong, but here's what I'm pretty sure they sound like.
Okay.
That's
way.
pretty spot on.
So
That's
that is
awesome.
what they sound like, and
Okay.
it laughs
Good
when
job.
Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite,
Ooh.
or not while
I was
when
gonna
they
say,
get
I was-
delivered
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Return of the Jedi.
I was gonna say they're definitely not on Cloud City. So
no, but they're over.
Wow,
You never
that's
know what
so
kind of crazy
okay.
things people are
I
hiding
mean
in Cloud
that's
City.
true. That's true.
You guys are good. This is fun.
So
This is fun.
I just thought of putting you on the spot. And then another thing I was going to tell really quick, a cool fact about Galaxy's Edges. So Chris, we went to the Den of Antiquities, and that's where we bought. Actually, we bought most of this stuff
sounds
here. So
Except for the
really
Stormtrooper.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
you're
was
right.
in the bazaar.
That-
that was in the
yeah.
bazaar.
Okay.
So these we got at the Den of Antiquities. It was run by Doc Ondor, and Kiera references him
Kira.
from the Solo movie.
Okay.
So I thought that was
Is that the
kind
guy
of-
that has all the stuff in the cases?
Yes.
Okay.
He's the Ithorian that's sitting
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
cage,
yeah,
like
yeah.
behind the cash register and stuff. Apparently, I think he's got comics.
Yeah, he
I
has-
think there's a Mara Jade and Doc Ondor story.
Right.
Cool.
Okay, so that like somewhat related. So you remember? So obviously you guys know Hondo, whatever.
Right.
So
Yes, Hondo.
my absolute favorite voice actor, and I thought this was the case when we were there, but I wasn't 100% sure. So Jim Cummings is the voice of Hondo.
No way.
Really?
He
Who
plays a-
did Darkwing Duck, Winnie the Pooh, Pete from Goof Troop.
Yes.
So and that
Nice.
and I was like, man, that sounds so familiar. And then like I finally put it together, and it was just like, oh, that's so awesome. That like he's my favorite voice actor of all time, and
Hondo's hilarious.
yeah, it was
I love
so
Hondo.
cool.
And speaking, so that was on the Millennium Falcon ride. July 22nd, we were 2 days there. We were there 2 days after that. The millionth rider got an award for the riding the Millennium Falcon. So we missed like the millionth ride by 2 days.
Jeremy was saying they got like a ton of swag and
They
stuff
got a
like
ton
that.
of stuff. They got like a VIP tour of like.
They should have done 1,000 because it's a Millennium Falcon.
Oh, funny.
I mean, it's true.
That's
well, then
true.
they should do what's 1,000 million.
$1 billion.
No.
Yeah.
But then they should do the billionth rider.
They probably already hit that.
Well, yeah, it's
So-
only been open for a few months, so it's like by the end of this year, there'll definitely be. Oh, no, it has been 1,000 times. Never mind. It's going to be several decades from now.
Probably.
I forget the order of magnitude thing.
Well, how long has this part of the park been open?
About a month
was
and a
the-
half.
Oh, you
And
guys
the-
hit
29th
it.
was the opening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We hit it pretty early.
Yep.
So we've talked about possibly hitting Disney World
Right.
when you're on your thing down in New Orleans.
Right.
Oh.
That'd be fun. Take a quick ride over there.
Quick
Yeah.
jaunt.
What
Yep.
month is that going to be in?
End of September to the middle of October.
Oh,
And
okay.
it opens in Disney World August 29th.
Yep.
Oh,
But
you
we'll
guys
talk-
would
it
again
won't
be close.
boiling hot at least.
We'll talk
Right.
about some other stuff after the show.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we should not make plans on this because it'll be invariably people like, oh, did you do X, Y, Z? We're like, oh, no, sorry. Didn't mean to mention
That's
that.
why I said might.
Maybe.
Right. Right.
Nobody ever
So-
remembers the qualifiers.
I suppose.
So,
Might.
Janae,
Yes.
we're going to give you the nerd test now.
Okay. All right. I'm
So-
ready because I'm never going to
Does-
be more ready.
Does anybody know who coined the term nerd?
Wow, I don't even know this.
I bet some dork coined it.
Oh, Chris. It's not a dork. It's a doctor.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Dr. Seuss.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm
Dr.
just-
Seuss did?
Yes, he coined the term
Really?
nerd.
Oh, I don't know if you watched that podcast, Janae. Dr. Seuss's actual pronunciation is Dr. Seuss.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
I'm still saying Seuss.
I am too. I think the entire world is still saying
Part of the reason I'm
Yeah.
going to keep saying Seuss is because Seuss is a hilarious character on Gravity Falls.
I've never seen that.
I have
It's
not either.
amazing. Okay, we're tangent. I'll talk about it later. Back to your
Okay,
test.
cool beans.
All right, so back to the test. So first thing
All
I
right.
did
All right. Okay.
was picked the number one movies that are voted to be like their favorite by nerds. So I'm going to give you a
Ooh.
point for each one of these movies that you have seen.
Okay.
So coming in at number one, or should I start backwards?
Well, so who are the nerds that have been polled for this?
It is a bunch of people. It's actually according to IMDb.
Oh, okay.
It was like the top. It was like they did an article, the
I-
top nerdiest movies of all time.
I like IMDb's.
I do
Okay,
too.
okay.
The
It's
It's
articles
my
that
go-to
they
for any
come up
movie,
with.
TV show,
I
anything.
feel like I just need to start from the top down because it'd be the most common down to the like less you might have seen.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I think that works.
Okay.
But a number 11 is like,
Yeah, spoiler.
We'll get there. I'm going to add that as a bonus point.
Remember, he
So,
talks
Janae, you're gonna
90%
get-
of the time.
this is true.
You're going to
Yeah,
get a
that's
bonus point.
Okay. All
You're
right.
going to get a point for every one of these have you seen. All
Okay.
right, here we go. So coming in at number one, if you are a nerd, you have seen this movie, and it is Star Wars. Coming in at number one, have you seen Star Wars?
Yeah, but does it count when it was so long ago that I can't
Doesn't
remember?
matter.
Okay.
As long as it's been seen.
As long as it's been
Did
seen.
Check
the
it
photons from the
off.
screen hit your eyeballs?
Check it off the list. Yep. All right.
What happens at the end of the Star Wars that you saw?
Ooh, somebody dies.
So did you?
She's
see
not
the-
wrong.
The original Star Wars that came out in '77.
Oh wait, they all end that way. Wait, what's that?
What happens at the end of the original Star Wars? The one that with Luke and Leia and
Yeah.
Vader
Yeah,
and the Millennium Falcon,
I saw this with Dad in a movie theater.
way
Like
back
for-
in the day
Yeah,
when it was still at the mall.
yeah, and I was very young, so I don't remember. Is it the? Didn't they redo it in the last Star Wars that we saw together? Like that catwalk thing and the fight and
Okay.
the death, right?
That is Empire Strikes Back.
Okay,
Very
yep.
simple. But there's a big event.
Very
that
simple for
happened.
you. Watch who you're
But-
talking to.
No, there's a. Oh, here, look, we have it on the coaster.
Okay.
This is a.
Oh, I don't know how close to the end you're actually talking. This is like.
Well, just
Okay.
in A New Hope. What happens at the end of A New Hope? That's a big. It's a Death Star.
It crashes.
I mean, she's not wrong.
into
We'll
what
see the
planet?
trailer for the Rise of Skywalker.
It's like pieces of it did run into other pieces
Yes.
of things.
I have
All
to.
right.
You know what? I have to say something though because I was in Ireland 3 years ago and I got to see from a distance. Didn't go on it. The Skellig.
Island. Yes.
Skellig Island.
That's from The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
That's from the most recent movie.
I want to go there so bad.
And the
That
end
was
of The Force
cool.
Awakens.
That was
Okay.
really cool to see.
Didn't they take birds? Like there were
Yeah,
so many birds,
birds.
on
They're still
the
like penguins or
island.
something, weren't
Yeah.
they?
Something like something
That's-
like
they
that.
made
And
the
so they
porgs.
edited them to look like porgs.
Really?
Yeah,
So I
instead of-
porgs are made.
Man, I can believe it because I did do a wet landing on the Great Salty Island on the other side of Ireland.
Sorry,
And
that just sounds
there's-
hilarious. to
No,
me.
it's so
Salty island.
cool because you had to find the local fishermen to take you out to this island, and they're like, it could either be, depending on the tide, they call it a wet landing. So you have to hop out of the boat, and they can't get close enough to shore. So if the tide is high, you're in the water.
So you were there at high tide?
Yeah.
So you got wet when you jumped off?
Got
How
a
was
little.
Salty Island?
It was amazing, but do you know that there
found you
are
there.
over?
Oh, that's where I reside. All my mail is forwarded there first to get dunked into the ocean and then just forwarded into Duluth. I get it sopping wet.
Jeremy
full
likes to throw his salt.
salt. Yes.
I love it. No, there are over 220 species of birds on this island.
Just
One
on
island.
Salty Island.
Yeah, and so it's neat because they cluster as, in this species of bird that they are. And there's kind of like the same thing with Skull Lake Island, but there's, conicals or whatever. And so all of these birds cover it. You can't even see underneath. It's all just birds. It's absolutely beautiful. So there's one kind.
awesome.
There was puffins and
I love puffins.
yeah, we so
That's awesome.
that would be really cool. So they just Photoshop them as something else,
Yes,
but they use those
the
all
Lego
those
I gave you at the beginning
images.
of the
Oh.
episode.
The things that on my shoes.
Cute. Yeah, which
So-
I thought were little chickadees from the garden.
All right. So we're going on to the next movie. So
No
you already
idea.
got a
Okay.
point.
Oh,
So
the
you-
Death Star explodes.
The Death Star explodes. It
Yep.
doesn't
That's the
crash.
end of the first
Well,
movie.
I said crash. Okay,
It explodes.
cool.
Who blew it up?
Well, Darth Vader. Right?
Darth Vader crashed the Death Star due to negligence.
He was drunk behind the wheel.
Luke Skywalker blew it up.
Luke, I am your father.
I will pull this Death Star over right now, young man.
I honestly think there's nothing I probably don't know less about than Star Wars. Can we talk about coffee or tea or herbs or?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Next movie.
She's gonna do the top 10 spearmint flavors.
Next movie.
Don't get me started.
Hey, you're more of a geek than you realize.
Okay.
So here we go. We're more of a nerd than you realize. All right. The next movie. Have you seen Back to the Future?
Oh yeah, 10 times. Can we talk about that movie?
Well,
I
we
should.
probably know
That's-
more.
Who plays Doc Brown?
Wait a minute, hold on. Doc Brown is
Or Marty McFly?
okay. That's
Think McFly.
yeah. No, I know it's what?
Cheater.
I can't think of his name, but
Michael J.
I know.
Fox.
I know. Okay,
Christopher
so,
Lloyd.
yes, Christopher. Thank
Jake
you.
Lloyd's dad.
Thank you.
Not real.
I know.
I totally know who they are. I just can't retrieve
But-
the names right now.
So Back to the Future, what
Okay,
happens?
All right. So he drives that.
DeLorean.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Which we saw two
That-
or one
I
of
think
when
one
we were
twice.
at,
Twice.
Yeah, one
It just
twice
jumped
at
back in time.
Disneyland.
Yeah.
Right.
But no. So there's that big computer system in the garage, and he transports. But he goes to the future.
He goes back
Back.
in time.
Yeah.
To what year, Chris? 1952?
Oh, 52. Wait.
1956?
Yeah.
November 5th, 1955.
You remember that?
55. That's a big nerd thing. And how
That's a
okay,
big
all
nerd
right,
thing.
Before we go on, we'll go on to the next one because we got to keep going.
Of
how
course,
fast
okay.
does the DeLorean have to go in order to go back in time?
These are details that are still
Poor
okay.
Janeè.
Okay,
It's
let me
how
just guess.
fast you were. Go ahead.
Let me just guess. 500 miles an hour.
You're my favorite
500
person.
miles an hour. All right, well, we'll go on to the next one.
It's
Okay, here we
88
go.
miles an hour.
It's a good number. 88
Yes.
is a very
Hey,
good number.
wait a minute, Chris. You don't understand. I don't even know if I hit 88 miles an hour on the speedway.
I was gonna say how
driving the
fast you were going
Lamborghini
in Vegas,
Gallardo.
yes.
Yeah.
Today you could have went back in time.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, all right. Next movie. Have you seen The Avengers?
I didn't see the adventures.
Any of them? With like
Not-
Chris Evans and Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr.? None
Nope.
of them.
I mean, it's Chris Evans and Chris. All the Chris's.
Okay, I'm going to
Sorry,
make a
guys.
substitution.
Okay, go for it.
I know that she has seen Aquaman, and that is nerdy.
You did watch that on the plane.
So I'm
I
gonna go
am
ahead and
very
give you-
nerdy. I also love those sci-fi, sharky movies.
Like
Yeah.
Sharknado?
Oh, anything. I mean, a robotic shark, an alien shark, anything.
Alien shark versus robot shark.
I love it. I love those.
Das Boot?
Sharknado
Shark.
versus
Yeah,
Jaws.
right.
Okay, so I'm still going to
Okay.
give you a point for seeing Aquaman, even though that's not on our list.
Oh,
In
thanks.
place of Avengers.
Thank
so you're already
you.
up to you're 3 for 3.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. I'm doing the Chris judging system, point system here.
Yeah, I thought I was the only unreliable judge here.
All right, so have you seen The Matrix? Number 4.
I have seen The Matrix.
There
Yes.
you go. Look at that.
Yes.
See? Okay.
Which
All
pill
right.
did
Cool.
you take?
What?
Which
pill
pill?
did you take?
Red or blue?
Oh man, you guys. Blue.
I can't remember which one
think
it's supposed to be. Anyway,
Is it-
next.
Okay.
That was a pure guess. I don't even remember that part of it.
Have you
Terrible
seen
movies.
Batman: The Dark Knight?
I
With
did.
Christian Bale.
I have seen a lot of the Batmans.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Look at that. You're 5 for 5.
I'm surprised. I'm
Coming at
okay.
number 6. You are a nerd if you've seen these movies. Here we go. Ghostbusters.
Love it.
Okay, can you do the jingle?
No.
The Ghostbusters jingle?
No.
I think it's
I
one of the
haven't
theme
seen
song
the
of the jingle.
Who are you
Oh,
gonna
theme-
call?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, well, you said jingle. Like, that was not. Okay.
All right.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Who wrote the song?
Oh man, I don't know that one.
Ray Parker Jr. Knowledge bombs.
Hey,
Apparently,
the
I'm the
second-
nerdiest person.
Clearly.
I will give you that award. So the did you see the last Ghostbusters with the McCarthy
I
gal?
have not seen it.
Okay, I've even seen that baby. That was good.
It was
In an old
good?
fire hall. Yeah, it's great. It's
Okay.
great.
Okay.
I love it.
All right.
Microphone issues here. You carry on.
Okay, here we go. So the next
Okay.
one, The Princess Bride, number 7. My name is Antigua Montoya. You've killed my father.
Inigo
Montoya.
Montoya.
Prepare to die.
You know what? I
As
think
you wish.
I'm going to tell you something. I watched it and fell asleep.
So half a point?
Oh my gosh. Really?
I have
You
a
get
story
a half a
about this
point for
movie,
that?
actually.
Okay.
Oh, you wanted-
She
okay.
fell asleep.
Fell
Chris,
asleep.
is your mic ready to go?
Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, there's making a lot of rustling noises, so now it's going to
Okay.
be me breathing into it instead of me making rustling noises. So sorry, everybody that's listening.
Okay.
So The Princess Bride. So first of all, it's an amazing movie. You should watch it again and stay
so
awake.
good.
I guess I'm going to have to. I got to finish this list.
But so my uncle used to. What's the statute of limitations on recording stuff off of TV? Anyway, he used to record stuff off of HBO and stuff for us, right?
Oh, okay.
And we had a tape, and like we would like tape over tapes and stuff, and we had like. So The Princess Bride, like we had from like minute like 17 to like minute 46 of this movie, and I never knew what movie this was. But we'd always see it. It's like, man, that looks like a cool movie. But this is pre-internet,
Right.
Like pre-DVD.
Yeah.
So and I was like, man, this looks like. So, I always thought it was like the end of the movie because it's sort of like the way that sequence sort of plays out.
Right.
That's on there is, I mean, okay, so they can't spoil this. So it's when he's from the Cliffs of Insanity part
Yeah.
to right before they go into the
Castle.
the forest.
Oh, the forest, yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like literally, it's just that.
Yep.
That's all I had. So I was like, oh,
Inconceivable.
yes.
Poison scene is in there and everything.
Yeah. So like that's all I ever saw of it for years, and then I finally someone's like, "Oh, you should watch The Princess Bride," and then I started watching. He's like, "I think I've seen this
This
movie,"
is-
and then it got to that part, and it's like, I found the movie.
That must have been the most satisfactory feeling like ever. Finally, this movie, you only had this like extended trailer of the movie more or less.
Yeah,
and
I
you
had
just-
only seen like a half hour of the middle of the movie.
Wait, did you just say that had to be the most satisfactory feeling?
Yes.
No. That would have to be the most satisfying, right?
Well, yes.
Jeremy uses
Satisfactory's
words
like,
wrong.
nah, it's okay.
I like to make my own words.
He definitely makes
I got what you were
cruise
saying,
my
but I
own
was like,
path.
wait, no, that's gonna be
Satisfactory.
better than satisfactory. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like
The
totally
ultimate
satisfying.
satisfaction.
There you go.
It was 10 out of 10 satisfactory.
It's like, like
That's
I've
so
got,
cool.
I think
Okay.
like the longest I've gone where I thought about a song and I've tried to figure out which song it is. You'll hear it, and then you're driving along, and then you'll hear like a car pass by, and then you'll hear their radio, and it's on their radio. You'll be like, oh, that's the song. What is that? And then it's gone again. You know, I've done that, and it's like when you finally figure out which song it is, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
It
no,
is a big
that's
deal.
yeah.
Nick was having that problem earlier this week, actually.
Well, I still have one that's perplexing me, and it was a song that I played for piano. It was like, I swear it was called like Ramblin' Amblin' Dude. It's the song I can play the first 10 notes of by memory, but I don't know the rest of the song, and I've always wanted to go back and relearn it.
Oh, and
I've
but you
even
don't
posted
know
like
the-
clips of it to there's a website that will help you figure out what song that got stuck in your
Well,
head.
here's what you should do. You should
'Cause you
record
do know-
yourself playing it and then
Right.
post to Reddit.
Reddit might know.
Yeah,
Somebody
there you
on
go.
Reddit
Or
would
8
probably-
people will ignore you.
Right. Oh, I saw the funniest thing today, too. It was a funny joke. So this guy said, according to Murphy's Law, if you want to really know something, ask the wrong question about it on the internet or something like that.
Yeah, ask the question the wrong way and
Yes.
everybody will correct
you
That-
about it immediately. But it's funny because then the first comment was, that's actually Moore's Law or whatever, or like whatever, because it's not Murphy's Law.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right,
It's
of
like
course.
irony wrapped in a joke.
That's perfect
It's
irony.
genius. So, all right. Anyway, so you've seen,
Okay.
you get half a point for Princess Bride.
Thank you.
Okay.
I do remember like putting that into the player and then just not finishing it.
So as we go on from here, these are going to get less and less commonplace. But
Okay.
number 8
Yep.
is Shaun of the Dead.
Ooh,
Nope.
With
great
Simon
movie.
Pegg and Martin
Nope.
Freeman.
Yeah, we just
Great
fell off the
movie.
cliff on that one
It's been
because
a long time since
Probably
I've
not
seen
gonna
it.
Not seen
recognize
Shaun
any
the
of the
Dead,
other
but
ones.
It is so
Oh.
funny. It is like Hot Fuzz, hilarious.
Yeah,
movie. I
same
love it.
director's Edgar Wright.
Yes.
Edgar Wright, such a great cinematographer too.
So,
All right, next
no
one.
points for Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah,
All right.
0.
Coming at number 9,
Okay.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Whoa, I've seen it.
You've seen it.
By-
Tis just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound.
I've seen it. Yeah,
Okay. So Janeè,
of
you've seen
course.
Monty Python.
There's so many of those.
I know.
Call me.
There's so many of those.
All right, and then last but not least,
Okay.
Blade Runner.
That's not last.
Well, it's number
Of the
10.
top 10.
Okay, top 10.
10,
Okay.
but not 10th.
Okay.
Kara's salty about number 11.
I am salty about
She
number
flew in
11.
from
It's
Salty Island just to talk about number 11.
The Great Salt Island.
So have you seen
Thank
Blade
you.
Runner?
No.
With who? Do you know who at least plays in it?
Is it? Hold on. This is funny because I feel like there's so many actors and actresses and like things that I know and I'm not.
Right.
Maybe it's my nerves. Maybe I'm nervous. I'm not being able to recall these people. Hold on. Because I know Keanu Reeves.
Jeff Goldblum.
Keanu
I'm just
Reeves.
kidding. It's Harrison Ford.
Whoa, that
It's
was like, isn't
Harrison
he Jurassic
Ford.
Park style?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's more.
Well, he was also in The Fly, which is another great movie.
All right,
Ooh.
so no points for Blade Runner, and then Kara
No
wants to bring
points.
this up because she just didn't understand what was
Hold
up.
on, can I guess what it is? We should all guess what the number 11
Okay,
most
yeah,
nerdy
everybody
movie
guess.
Okay, all right.
Besides
Okay.
you, Jeremy, obviously.
And you, Kara.
What's
Okay.
a movie that Kara would love that is not considered a top 10 nerd movie?
The Notebook.
The-
Well, I've seen that once. And
I know. Okay.
well,
Let Chris has to guess.
you did say it was a part of the list, but it like was an honorary mention or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was. It wasn't in the top 10, but it would have been an honorary mention.
oh, so they didn't do like the
No.
top 100. They just
No.
did 10, and this is like the
Yeah.
11th.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Now that I think about it,
You really don't know what like I was super nerdy about before Star Wars.
Oh, I know. It's Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Lord of the Rings. Was like.
I was trying to think of a joke and I couldn't think of a joke fast enough.
Wait, Lord of the Ring. No, which is the one with the dark hedges? I also saw those in Ireland, but that's
Is that the
Game of
Dark Crystal?
Thrones.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry,
Oh, I have
Game of
Game
Thrones. Is that right? With the dark
I feel
hedges?
like that should. Well, I guess we're talking about movies. We're not talking about TV shows.
Yeah, sorry.
Game
Okay.
of Thrones. too.
Game of
Okay.
Thrones. So, Janeè, have you
Let's-
seen any Lord of the Rings?
No.
No. Okay, so
I know.
two,
I just got like the death glare right there. That was the death glare.
7. So, according to what you've seen for movies, out of the top 10, you have seen 7.5 of them.
Okay.
And she
I mean-
retained zero information from any of
I
them.
did retain. I did because it was all so long ago, and I put a lot more information in there.
So Janeè, basically,
very-
according to percentage,
yeah.
you barely passed with a 75%.
Yeah,
I mean-
that'd be a C.
That'd be a C.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
it's.
60s passing, so.
I mean, you got to work on your nerdness.
All right. I can
You
handle
gotta-
that.
you gotta-
You're gonna come over. We're gonna binge
I
watch
say
Lord of
we
the Rings.
binge watch. Yeah, order some pizza.
Yes,
and
I like this. I'll
binge
call into work
watch.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. so
I
we're-
can catch up real fast. This
We're
isn't
gonna do
a problem.
We're gonna do a couple quick trivia questions on pop culture,
Okay.
and then we'll wrap up, and I'll give you your nerd score.
Okay, cool.
So this actor played Barney Stinson, or Dr. Horrible. Barney Stinson in How I Met Your Mother, or Dr. Horrible.
In Dr. Horrible sing-along blog.
Or
Is
I'll
he
even
also-
give you a bonus question. Mom ran into him in Broadway,
In Broadway.
in the play. Barney Stinson.
Oh, your
How
mom
I
was
Met
in
Your
the
Mother.
play.
Yeah, but isn't he?
Would you like to phone a friend?
Is he?
Would you like to phone the audience?
Well, would she know Doogie Howser?
Doogie Howser.
Yeah, I know Doogie Howser.
Who plays him?
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes, Neil Patrick Harris.
I'm
You
so
sound
disappointed
so-
because I'm not the one that's cheating.
Sisters gotta stick together, yo.
Yeah.
Sisters are doing it for themselves.
If I don't
Okay.
answer one of these questions right, you're not even going to air this thing.
I've already deleted the SD card.
That's what I figured.
This extremely popular TV show just finished, and the theme tune was sung by Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh.
The whole universe was in a hot, dense space.
Steam.
Third. Oh, we used to watch this, The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, that is correct, Janeè. Congratulations.
We did. That's a good show. That's
a very good show.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
For the 3 episodes that I've seen out of 3,000.
Okay, well
there's
here's
only
what's
like
here's
two
what's
here.
funny. We didn't start. Well, Jeremy had watched it, not all of it. He'd watched a majority of it.
Okay.
And then one day I will scroll through Facebook and I'll just find little clips of Big Bang Theory, and I just sit there and giggle at them, and Jeremy's like, "What are you laughing at?" And so he comes over and he looks.
Jeremy's like, I'm gonna be a wet blanket.
Jerry comes over and he looks. He's like, "Oh, Big Bang Theory." He's like, "Have you ever seen it?" And I was like, "No." So we started watching it, and then like basically watched the whole entire thing within like a month or two.
Yeah.
You just
we
power watched it and
Yep.
So
got through
good.
it.
Well,
So
Okay.
20-minute
Yeah,
episodes.
no, it is. Yeah, it is
Right.
good.
It's easy. All right. Avengers, X-Men, and Spider-Man are all set in this universe. Marvel or DC?
The
Marvel.
Milky Way.
Oh, Janeè, you got that one. All right.
Aquaman is
DC.
yes.
A superhero.
All right, here we go.
A hot chunk of meat.
Oh gosh.
Give me a 5 for that one. Oh yeah.
The quote,
I don't say that about anybody.
the quote, "It's a trap," comes from this movie series.
It's a trap.
Mouse Hunt.
That's a game, not a
a
series.
trap.
Jeremy, we used to own that. Was it? Star Wars Admiral Agrabah. Come on, what was that?
Admiral Agrabah.
Admiral Akbar. He's a Mon Calamari.
Thanks
You
for
got
the
to put
help.
the genie in the starship.
It's a wish.
All right. Chris, do we give Janeè the point for Kara cheating?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. All right, here we go. And so your
Thanks,
next
because
question-
otherwise I wouldn't have any
Yeah.
points.
Oh boy, this is I don't even know if I should ask this. This is a gaming one.
Okay,
Freeman
just do it.
Shepard is a central character in this computer game
Ooh,
series.
I know this one too.
Wait, is
Freeman
PC?
Shepard?
Yes.
Oh,
They'll never make a third one.
I was gonna say
No.
I don't think I can help you with this one.
Dogs of the Universe.
All right. Yes, that is the answer. No, it's Half-Life.
Yeah,
Something like
yeah.
that. See? It
Oh,
was
Chris, you're
close.
gonna love this. Ah, man.
Doug Trio.
Kevin Smith films can be recognized by these recurring characters, e.g., Clerks, Chasing Amy, Dogma. Do you know any like the
Ooh.
famous movie Kevin Smith is famous for?
No.
I'm
No.
disappointed.
Jay and Silent Bob.
I
Correct.
would be like, I'm batting 1,000 so far. I feel pretty good about myself on this one.
You should be. You should be.
Does anybody have a trophy for Chris?
Okay.
I'll make one.
Treyarch and Activision make these video game series.
Oh my gosh.
Treyarch and Activision. Okay. Pac-Man.
Blops.
It is. I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna join the military, there is an extreme blink.
Red versus blue. I got it. Yes. Man, I love that show.
All right, we're moving on.
And
We'll
he's
give her the
losing
point.
it in the corner over there.
Okay, Janeè, have you heard of Call of Duty?
Yes, they're in the uniform, right?
Yeah, they're in the universe. All right, Batman and Superman are set in this comic book universe.
Same as Aquaman.
Marvel. Or no, DC.
Yeah.
DC.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Boom.
What does DC stand for?
Detect.
No, don't
Jeremy,
tell
you
me.
spoiler.
Just that comics at the end.
Detective Comics.
Yes, that is correct. Janeè, bonus points.
You done did.
Okay.
Between the two of you.
All right, here we go.
Inputting into computer.
Right. You need to bring a laptop, not your iPad.
I know, and we need wireless internet. Down
All
here.
right.
Amen, brother.
Okay, this is the king in the first series of Game of Thrones. First season of Game of Thrones.
The King of Game of Thrones.
Well, here's where I lose my championship. I've never seen Game
Really?
of Thrones.
Okay. So, Robert Baratheon? Baratheon.
Daniel Craig.
That's 007. I'm good.
There we go.
Robert Baratheon
Feel
as
good
Kara.
about
So
something.
Hold on. Is that the actor or the
Thank
name of
you,
the character?
Kara.
It's the name of the character.
Okay, who's the actor?
He is.
The guy from Knight's Tale.
It's the guy from Knight's Tale.
Heath Ledger?
No,
No.
not Heath Ledger. His
Alan Tudyk?
No.
No, it's the his friend, his bigger friend.
He also played in the.
Oh, the dude with the beard that you said you'd only seen with a beard?
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that guy.
guy. Beardy no beard. I know that dude.
Oh my goodness, I saw him without a beard and I was like, what? I don't
Who's
know.
that?
It'd probably be the same if I shaved. He'd be like, who's that guy?
It probably would be. I think I've seen pictures of you in high school without a beard.
I had
like,
a chin at least back then. Now
In
it's
high
just like
school,
bleh.
you've had a beard for that long, Brownie?
I've had a beard basically since I was like 19.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna press on with just a couple more really quick.
I feel like,
This
no, wait a minute.
saying-
Hold on. I got to say something. I feel like you grew that beard, if that's about the age. You grew that beard to disguise yourself after you smashed my coffee table.
My coffee table had it coming.
That had to come in. That had to come in. I've known you that long, my friend.
Yeah, we should do a quick side story. So if ever this got out, I'm dressed in a trash bag with an eye patch.
Using a banana as a weapon.
Using a banana as a weapon.
He was fantastic. fantastic.
And I was trying to jump over a couch, and I slipped off the couch, and I full on body slammed this coffee table. Probably like
4 legs.
a
Ow.
$1 billion
Legs
coffee
came
table.
sliding out from underneath it.
Like the physics don't make sense to me. How all the legs can go out from underneath it. Like you'd think that it would like bend to one side or the other,
Right.
but all the legs go pff, like a cartoon.
Janae's like, no, that was the third king of England coffee table.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
really.
She
So
deals
the-
in the finest antiquities from Doc Ondor's antiquity den there.
Oh, and he
Oh,
just
man.
met.
Oh, and then a fake beard on. I forgot about that. We had the
did.
big black fake beard.
That's right. That's,
Okay, I haven't seen this.
I forgot
It's
about
the
that.
bird.
It's terrible. It's
Can we
funnier as a
please-
story than it ever would be as footage.
Okay,
I
need to
know
see
of one
though.
place it may be, but that's about it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Jeremy?
Where?
On like a hard drive that's
Jeremy.
disconnected and put away in storage.
I may have packed up a lot of stuff. Excuse me. I may have packed a lot of
sucky
socks.
things.
No, I may have packed a lot of socks. But let me tell you, I have that DVD in
Do you really?
my
Can we please
in my
put
closet
it somewhere?
I have
Link
2 of them.
Somewhere.
No link.
No.
Kara, you can view it in
Please.
private. And
Yeah,
that is
this is something you have to
Is it-
purchase a ticket and watch it in a dark, locked room
is it
by
titled
yourself.
Line Skit? Is it titled Line Skit?
Maybe.
I have 2 of them. I have 2 DVDs. I
It's
should
the
send them to you.
Birdman.
Oh,
Today
that
you
Birdman
sneak
I
it to me,
have.
and I'm gonna put it in my cosplay blog.
I also have Jeremy. I also have the French,
Frenchman.
Frenchman,
Oh yes.
to help you with all your phone solicitors.
Yes.
I don't
Oh
remember that
man,
one.
he just
Yeah.
starts
I
talking
think
in
I've
French
seen
and
that
nobody
one.
can understand him.
It's
so
like you hire somebody to speak a different language to telemarketers so they do not.
No.
So-
You confuse them. Okay,
Yeah.
so really quick.
Okay, sorry.
I'm a
Here we go.
doctor, not a comes from
Lawyer.
which- Kara, can you do it better? The line. I'm a doctor, not a.
I'm trying to.
I'm a doctor, not a vegetarian.
That's close. What's the opposite of a vegetarian?
Meat eater, carnivore.
Oh.
Well, so who generates meat
No.
eating things?
Okay, now that I know, I'm trying.
I'm a doctor, not a farmer.
I'm
That's
trying
close.
to envision
No.
it.
Okay.
Bones says it, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, what's he from?
Star Trek.
The question was for Janeè. I was trying to give her some more hints.
It's
Okay.
butcher, isn't it?
I'm a doctor, not a butcher.
Oh, I think
Oh,
you're right.
man.
Leonard Bones McCoy.
That's the okay.
Funny
yeah.
story. So when
Yeah,
I
so
was
it's butcher.
taking anatomy class, pre-rec for hygiene, we had to buy like a miniature skeleton. I named him Leonard Bones McCoy, and I still have him.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Bungie and 343 are the makers of which computer game / console game series? It was one I
/
played a lot.
angelic accoutrement.
The
Bungie made this very famous for this
Xbox exclusive.
game. Xbox exclusive.
Master Chief.
you
Master
played a
Chief
lot.
would be the main
The red
character.
versus blue, right?
What do angels wear?
Halos.
It is from the video game Halo.
I did not give her the answer.
What? I said angelic accoutrement. Like
No, this is
2 minutes
great.
ago.
I need those promptings because I remember the Halo now. This
Such a
I remember the
and
Halo.
I am so excited for Halo Infinite. Oh my goodness. Coming out Christmas 2020. 2020, baby.
Ugh,
Oh
that's
my
so
goodness.
far away.
I know it's too far, but you know,
Got a whole nother
good
summer
things
we have
come to
go
those
through
who
first.
wait. Am I right?
And to the rest of us.
All right, so Janeè,
Yes.
that is the quizzes. Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna punch this in.
So did you develop this quiz, or is this something that
Jeremy
was like?
created this quiz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I pulled these questions out and tried to generate something fun for her to answer.
That's cool. That was great.
Janae's like, that was supposed to be fun.
It definitely filled up 20 minutes.
Okay, we're good to go. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, how many
After
rabbit trails
punching
did we
this
go
in,
down?
Hold on.
Yeah, do that calculation thing again.
You sound like an old printer.
That's what it's trying to sound like.
Yes.
That's a dot matrix printer.
Dot
Perfect.
matrix. I remember those. Those things were ridiculous.
And it's just
And
like
then you
one
had to-
long perforated sheet.
And
Yeah,
you
you
had
had
to like
pull
pull them
those.
off and then rip off the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the
sides were
advanced.
the
The
worst.
advancement spokes would
Yeah.
go in there to pull it forward. The coach.
For whatever reason, I do enjoy that sound.
It's nostalgia.
It is
Yeah.
nostalgic.
It's like the
you know?
dial-up internet sound. You know that you're in
Yeah,
1993.
true.
Seriously.
All right, Jeremy, what's the score? I gave you a lot of time to tabulate.
I know,
Well,
seriously.
I was gonna draw it on my iPad, and do a thing, but I don't have my pen with me. So, Janeè,
Yes.
after crunching all the numbers, you have a nerd score of 8.1.
Wow.
You got 7.5 according to the movies,
Okay.
and due to all the help you got from everybody sitting in this room, you blazed through the quiz with a whopping 89%. So you're
Wow,
averaged out
that's-
to right around 8. So you thought you were only a 4?
Yeah,
and you are actually an 8 on a scale of 1 to
that's
10.
not bad.
Dork.
So you are nerdier than you thought. So you can take that newfound knowledge with you, and you can brag about it and tell people when you go back to Maine.
You're now eligible to wear a fedora unironically now.
Yes, and you can wear
Sweet.
any sweet Star Wars swag. And actually, we have a special
What?
gift for you.
Are you serious?
For being on the show.
Hey, I like
So
this.
do you remember when we came out to see you? What?
Yes,
all
of
right.
course, okay.
What are some things that you like to do for fun?
For fun, I absolutely enjoy being outside working on harvesting my lavender,
Okay.
and I love to cook.
So you like to cook.
So, yeah.
And you like to grow vegetables.
Yep.
And keep bees.
Yeah.
And so you gave me a farm-to-table tractor patch.
Hold on. Explain what a tractor patch is to me.
It's a tractor.
It's literally.
It's a.
Yeah,
I
literally.
thought it was like some sort of collection of vegetables or something.
No.
City slicker.
A
like
patch, as in a patch of things.
yeah, I was thinking it's like maybe it's like a
It's
basket
not
that
a
has like a
strawberry
certain
patch of tractors.
It's a
Oh, no,
literal.
so-
It's a little. Yeah, that's right.
It's like
Yeah.
John Deere green,
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
But I think,
Tractor.
the one
Yeah.
on that's like an international harvester. It's
Yes.
red.
Yes.
Did you have a question?
Mahindra. No.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. So Janeè,
Yes.
you can proudly wear this Millennium Falcon Transport Solution.
No
patch.
way.
So that is for you for coming on the show today.
Thank you. And when
And
people
for-
ask me about it, I know nothing.
What ship
Shards
is
and
that?
swords.
It's the Death Star.
Yeah.
It was crashed by Darth
look at
Vader.
Darth Vader might crash it again.
There we go.
Okay, so
Hey,
funny
thanks,
thing,
guys. That's
funny thing about
awesome.
not knowing what the Millennium Falcon is. I was reading the nerdy facts, and the blockade runner
Yep.
was actually the original design for the Millennium Falcon.
Wow. Princess
I'm glad they
Leia ship.
changed it.
Oh, I am so glad they changed it. So anyway, fun fact.
Cool, yeah.
Not knowing. Anyway,
Thank you.
So that is for you.
Very
we tend
cool.
to, we
Thank
tend to
you,
give
guys.
gifts to one another when people come on the show, or Bill brought us gifts.
I was gonna say we
Yeah,
would.
that's
Janeè,
fun, too.
You showed up with gifts. You brought us some cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, here's the thing too. We technically have something for their family.
We do.
We do. We just need to give it to them.
Right.
I don't
Bill.
know.
Bill.
Oh,
No.
That
Yeah,
fan.
I thought you were talking about. Okay.
Wink.
No.
Wink. Bet you can't wait to get it. I'm talking to.
Oh, okay, man. This has gone off the rails terribly.
Well, I broke the fourth wall. I went right through and I broke the fourth wall. So, Janeè, we
Yes.
told some really funny traveling stories last week.
Yep.
And we told some really funny, other stories. And if you all want to watch Kara scream right now, there's a spider on the wall.
Oh, sweet Lord! Kill it! Kill it! You almost hit it! You almost hit it!
There's
You
a.
gonna kill Chris? You want me to?
Use the
I
tape.
will get out of my.
Chris, use the tape measure. There's a tape measure right there.
Kill it! Murder it! Death!
Get it? I could
you
actually.
kill it?
I can
Oh.
grab it. You want to see it closer? I can.
No, I don't want.
Yeah,
he's
it's
dead.
dead.
Praise God.
That probably sounded amazing.
Thump, thump.
Squeak.
Man, I'm so glad. I don't.
The
That's just.
spider was easily the size of Jeremy's face.
Okay,
so
now
it
here's
had
the
to
thing.
be
That did
done.
not scare me
Me
at all.
screaming would be if it was crawling on my shoulder. I mean, my iPad would have gone flying. I would have left the room immediately.
Or if it was a moth.
Don't like
What
moths
if
either.
moths and spiders had like weird unholy babies?
What if yeah, they
Spots.
Hey,
I'd
that's
kill
like
myself. I'd
that's
have
like
to
the
live in a
bee
bubble.
panther. That's like the bee panther.
Tell us about the bee panther.
The bee panther is it actually something that looks very similar to a bee, but it's a very aggressive animal that will actually eat smaller bee panthers. And I was reading about it today, and this gal in I can't remember, Georgia or something, but she saw it on her rearview mirror, and it was eating a wasp. And she's like, "What is this?" And it's very large in comparison to even a normal bee. So its nickname is the bee panther. I don't remember what the scientific name of it is, but it's the colorings of a bee, and it actually will. It's just an aggressive insect that feeds off of other
Wow.
insects.
Grody.
That is grody.
Yeah.
So before we go,
Yes.
Chris is smiling at me. Before we go, do you have any funny stories that you want to share?
Anything embarrassing about Jeremy would be great.
Oh boy. Well, I didn't mean that.
No,
those are all funny.
that's what we all came here for is embarrassing
Truly, we
Jeremy
did.
stories.
I mean, you grew up with him.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say. Well, so what was your favorite movie? We asked about that earlier. I asked you about
That's
that.
not a
earlier.
funny story.
Well, we're gonna go full circle.
Okay.
He's trying
So-
to avoid the embarrassing stories.
Tell me about that time he lost his underwear at camp.
She gave me a goose egg on my head the size of an actual goose egg.
Oh, you beat me to it, my brother. You beat me to
Yeah.
it. That's what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. That wasn't funny at the beginning, though. We
Well,
can look back on that
Chris has
now.
a theory for funniness.
Yeah?
Time plus.
What? This isn't my theory. This is just what people say. It's
Okay.
Tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Oh yeah.
So it's funny now because it didn't. I didn't. set
There
any-
actually was some comical parts to it though, like at the time, because I was so like.
She thought she killed me.
I thought you were gonna die.
Right.
I didn't kill you in that moment, but I was like, he's gonna die.
So here's what we're having.
All my fault.
I think we should let her tell the
Okay.
story because your recollection
Tell the
might not
story.
be very great. With the
Tell
head
the
injury.
story with the head injury.
So yeah. So we were very active as children, and our parents worked a lot. So Jeremy's 8 years younger than me.
Yep.
And I took care of him and took him around with me everywhere. And so we wanted to go for a bike ride.
What
As
kind
we
of bike
always
did you
do.
have?
Banana seat.
Banana
A
seat?
Schwinn.
Yes, banana.
Yeah, it was like a pink and white bike.
Kids, you love Stranger Things? We lived it.
Right.
Yeah. So we wanted to go for a bike ride, and we're like, let's go down to the pool. But on our way to the pool, because we went to, there was a pool that was like 6 blocks away from our house when we were younger, and we went there almost every day in the summer. But on the way to the pool, this is even before we had Angel the dog. So this is right after we moved from the Twin Cities of Minnesota to northern Minnesota. So we didn't have a dog, so we befriended a neighborhood dog, and his name was Buddy.
Buddy.
So we're like, let's go see Buddy first. But what happened was Jeremy has a love of water balloons. Hand grenade water balloons.
I didn't know this. about you.
Oh my,
Well,
yeah.
He might have grown out of it.
He probably has grown out of it.
Well,
so
okay,
So
so just-
we fill. So you fill the water balloons,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
want to take them with us,
Yes.
and we want to take them to the pool.
How old is he? Is he
No.
17?
Well,
No.
I just said he's 8 years younger than me.
Yeah, well, you could have been 25.
I was
Yeah,
probably
right.
what?
Yeah.
4?
So no, you were so because we moved up. You were 2 when we moved up from the cities.
But I wasn't.
Maybe 4.
Probably 4, I'm guessing.
So fills all the water balloons. Fills the
So-
water
so
balloons.
I
He
had
wants to
normally
take them
only
with.
ever been exposed to regular water balloons, and then we got grenade water balloons.
Which your mind is.
I was like, whoa! And actually, you can like throw these grenade water balloons.
Oh man, he was like he
the
was
detail was incredible.
No,
They
he
even
was-
had the little, the
detail.
knurling.
You
They
pulled a
did.
pin. You got 7 seconds to throw that sucker.
Yes.
Otherwise, it explodes on you. Yeah.
He was so like charged
That's how
over
I
these things.
remember him.
So it was very dramatic because he's like, I want to bring these. So and my
I had
name,
way too many to carry.
He called me Naneè all the time. Naneè. So we fill them up. So I'm who's filling them up, right? The kid with the hose. So I'm like, all right, I'm filling them for Jeremy. Jeremy like, okay, I'm putting them in my shirt, and so he's trying to carry them, and then I'm like, well, Jeremy, you have to ride on the front of my banana seat bike. You can't ride behind me because you can't hold the water balloons and me and everything. So I'm like, get on the front of my seat. So he gets on the front of my seat. He's okay. So it's the banana seat. So
Right.
and we're kids, so there's a little bit of room for him, but not much. So he's like on the tip of the banana seat bike, and he's trying to hold the water balloons in. And I'm like, you got to hold onto the handle though, because you're gonna slide. So we're just about to get to Buddy's house, but we're not quite there yet. And the water balloon, like the first one, it's almost slow motion, like falls out of the shirt and smashes on the ground, and he loses one. He's like, oh, no! So he lunges down for it, and on the little seat that he had on the front of my banana seat bike, he fell off of.
Oh no.
So, and this is all like in slow motion, but it happened really fast.
Mike,
So anyway, so he like lunges for the balloon. He's chasing the balloon, and I'm watching him in slow motion, and off he falls. And his head, the first part of his body to hit the ground was his head. So he flipped off my bike on the corner of his head here, and instantly, I'm like, oh my
I hit
gosh.
the curb, right?
So I don't. It
Or
was,
just the ground or the curb?
it was.
or-
Maybe it was the curb. Maybe it was a curb, but. You hit concrete with the corner of your head.
That's where you started to lose hair first.
and that's it.
It was here.
Road
So
rash.
I think that the funny part where it gets funny though is that we were so close to Buddy's house,
Right.
the Buddy the dog, and it was closer. We were closer there than to home. So as he dove down for this balloon, and then I threw my bike down and I picked him up, and it was so instant that it was so freaky that it was like somebody took a hard-boiled egg and just put it on his head, just set it there. It was that big. And so I looked at him. I'm like, oh my God, what's in there? Like his brains are coming out. Seriously. I was like, Mom, his brains are coming out. What's in the egg? What makes that thing? It's huge, like almost like Dan Aykroyd Cone Maker. It was. Now there's a movie I can talk about. No, so I freaked out and I was like, oh my gosh. So I literally like looked down the alley and there's Buddy the dog. And I ran up to, I was like, please be home, please be home. So I knock on the door, and the, Buddy, the dog owner, comes out, and she's like, yeah, you can pet Buddy today, because we would ask to pet Buddy, right? And I'm like, no, we don't want to pet him. No, we need like ice. We need your ice. And so I point to Jeremy, and I'm crying, and she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, you need to take him home. She's like, I don't think I have any ice, but let me check. So she goes over to her freezer, and I'm praying to the Lord above, please have ice. Because I was like, we just need to get this lump down before I bring him home to Mom. I'm like, Mom can't find
My
out. See
punishment
this.
is concurrent with how big this lump is. So, it's right now we're at a month, and if we can get it down a little bit, maybe be down to a week.
I gotta go for that whole. But have you seen the meme where it shows the picture of, it's a classical painting where one guy's stabbing the other guy, but his eyes are huge, and he's like, and the meme says, don't tell Mom about this. It's fine. You're going to be fine.
Oh my goodness. No, I've not seen that. But anyway, so she goes over, and I'm thinking, okay, well, at least a package of frozen peas, because she's not finding the ice, and she's lifting vegetable bags, right? And I'm like, okay, but she didn't, they weren't vegetables that you could put on your head. So you know what she pulls out? A leftover package of a sandwich bag, not even a frozen Ziploc bag, a sandwich bag rolled up, 2 Wiener Dogs. 2 Oscar Mayer Wiener Dogs.
Yes.
Literally. And I'm like, and she gives me that. Here, put this on his head. I'm going to put 2 Wiener Dogs on the ball of his head. What?
2 non-malleable frozen wieners.
Very
Wrapped around the egg on
Isn't
my
that a
head.
little backwards of 2 wieners and ball?
1 ball? Yeah. So
God.
at the time it was an egg. Now I'm like, that was literally a ball on his head. So Jeremy, I put 2 Wiener Dogs. I'm trying to put him okay, I'm putting him this way, and then I'm like, maybe I should go this way, and then I'm teeter-tottering the Wiener Dogs on your head, and I'm
There's no cell phones, nothing like that. And she had to bike me home.
Yeah, so then I had to bike you home. So I'm cradling you now. I'm trying to bike with one arm, and I'm trying to rock those wieners on your keep it on the ball. Keep it on the egg. So I'm biking you home, and I get you home, and I'm like, oh my God. So I have to bring you in and show Mom. And I brought you in, and I dropped you off, and I'm like, Mom, this just happened to Jeremy. I'm so sorry. I told her what happened, and I exited myself outside. I went, didn't I? I was like, Mom, we have to figure out what's wrong with him. And I'm like, you call the doctor. I'm going to go outside. I had to go away because I was and I was crying. And remember our old neighbor, Phil?
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
he came out. He's like, what's wrong? What happened?
Yep.
Oh, that was anyway. So, but if the humorous part of that story is those stupid Wiener Dogs. I'm like, wow, you golly.
The true question is, though, how many grenades were saved?
None.
Oh, at that point, absolutely none.
I'm sure some bounced off the ground, but Jane's concern was to separate me from the incident as quickly as possible. But
yeah.
I remember just throwing the balance off the bike completely.
Yeah, you did. You lunged for that?
I lunged for that.
It was all in slow motion, man. That thing went, and you're like, oh no, it was just... Yeah.
That was that. So, that's what you guys learn, a little bit about me growing up. Maybe
That's
explains why I am
hilarious.
the way that I am, being carousel.
Massive head trauma.
Massive head trauma, all because my sister. You have one job.
I know.
Take care of me.
Yikes.
Protect Jeremy's grenades.
Drop me in the curb. So.
I can just imagine Jeremy with this little
You can
I'm just imagining Jeremy now,
Riding the banana seat.
It's still totally possible, isn't it? I know.
So.
I want to see Jeremy doing a review. It's like, oh, these grenades have such great detail. Look, they have the little rectangles on them like a real
I know, but the
grenade.
rubber was thicker on the puffy parts,
Yeah,
and then it was
they're genius. They
transparent.
actually had knurling.
It had what?
Knurling.
Knurling.
Knurling are the bumps on
Yeah.
stuff. So a hammer or a screwdriver will have knurling on it to give you
knurling
more
or
grip.
peening, right?
Peening.
Yeah,
Is that what they call it? A ball peen hammer?
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a ball on one end and a peen on the other.
that's right.
Because then you can peen metal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
there you go.
that gives you a little bit of an insight into what it was like to grow up with my terrible, terrible sister.
There were so many more fun stories though. We had
I want the most embarrassing story you have about Jeremy.
Well, I mean, there was just one, the most I've ever heard Janeè laugh is when we were doing videos, Chris. So you and I would work on stuff together. And then Janeè and I also had our own news show where I was Chuck
Napoleon
Chuckerson.
Dynamite.
And she was Cheese I Wanna, and we were mimicking... We were mimicking Napoleon Dynamite.
That is the time that I laughed the hardest in my life.
So
Yeah.
I
What was your name?
I was Chuck Chuckerson, and Janeè was Cheese I Wanna, and then
I don't know where that name. That's not even a name. That's like,
we made it.
it would even be better if like I want cheese. Hi, I want cheese, not cheese I wanna. This oh my
She's
god.
salty
I don't know where
about
that
it
came
then,
from.
and now she's still upset.
Still upset about that name.
But
At
we were
least it was
sitting there,
given and not self-gave.
and we were in a chair, and so I try to get and you know how it is. You count people in. I get the filming ready to go, so I get the camera on a tripod. I have the little remote for it, and then Janeè, I'm telling Janeè she was going to be Pedro, and I was Napoleon, and so we're gonna like recreate a scene. And so I got my glasses down, and I'm mimicking Napoleon Dynamite, and she gave me I had a really, really small shirt on, and I was sitting there, and I was like, "Gosh, Tina, eat your dinner, you stupid llama." And so I did that, and Janea's like crying, laughing so hard. She's like, I can't. She can't get composure. And then so she's like, I'm like,
couldn't do it.
I'm like, Janeè, you got to be serious.
But what was it? What was the other one?
That's
But
what I was doing.
it was like what did you do, or what was he saying about a bike? Is he talking about a bike?
Did you take it off any sweet jumps?
Yeah.
So she had her part, and she just could not hold it. So after 5 minutes of guttural laughing, she was just about to be able to gain her composure, and she's like, "Man, if Kevin could see you right now," and then because she was like, "We were trying to do it before he got home because he would think we're absolutely insane." Mm-hmm. And
we did this before he got, of course.
The words left her mouth, and Kevin pulls into the driveway.
Yeah.
So then she immediately re-loses it. She's like, "We gotta get this done. We gotta get this done. Let's go really quickly." And so we're trying to rush through it, but I'd never seen her laugh so hard because she was just.
That I can remember laughing and that feeling, and it was so funny. It really was. I mean, it was one of those you had to be there moments, but you did it when you dropped the glasses, then you got that nasally sound.
Nasally sound.
And I mean, and then the Napoleon Dynamite was so stupid anyway, and the Pedro,
At the time, right,
and then dragging out your words,
right.
what would you do, or what'd you kill him with, or whatever it was, 20 gauge. What do you think? I don't.
Freaking 20 gauge.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, freaking 20 gauge. What do you think? Would I kill him with anything else? I mean, there isn't a bazooka out there? Oh my god, sorry. 20, what do you think?
Right.
Anyway, I don't know. So maybe it was so funny.
Yeah. We've been making videos and doing this stuff for a long time. So you have a lot of funny moments when you're off scene. We had a lot of bloopers. Where's Honey Crackers? We lost it too. Chris, that was a commercial Chris had made, which was really fun.
It's still publicly viewable. I'll link that in the description. You can go watch Honey Crackers. If you want.
Boy, watch! That's just gonna get a sudden influx of views.
Is that the one where you did the explosion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to see me before I got good at editing,
go back and watch Chris do Honey Crackers. Kara, have you seen Honey Crackers?
I think you showed it to me when we first met.
you know what we should do? We should reshoot that video
And see how good we can make it.
Oh man, we could make a wicked version of that now.
You can do it in the same house because that was right when you.
That's true. We still have the same. We even have the same location available.
Wait, which house is it?
Hawthorne.
Yeah.
That was like right
But the
after you moved
kitchen
in.
looks so much better now.
That's because the rest of the video is gonna look so much better too.
True that.
It's like the HD remake. All these games are getting updated. Now we're gonna update our crappy old videos.
And have a side by side, like in Halo, you can revert back to the
back and
old
forth in the Halo
graphics.
Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, Chris, I had graham crackers for 6 months after that because you overbought for the production.
I only bought 4 boxes.
It was I think 6 boxes and 4 things of honey.
Too bad Oliver wasn't around.
You know why there was so many graham crackers though? Because Chris, we did something in the Adirondack chairs that were outside, right?
Yeah, that was the end part.
And then knowing that we were going to do this, I don't know if somebody had called me, I think I was also bringing graham crackers.
Oh, okay.
So
That's how we got so many.
Yeah.
So I came with some, and then you came with some, and then Jeremy had
Janeè
a year's
was trying to be
supply.
prepared, and
He was
then-
just trying to get a year's supply of graham crackers.
Yeah, Jeremy ended up reaping the benefits of this.
I did not reap the
I got
benefits.
78 views on this video. Jeremy got $40 worth of graham crackers.
Exactly it.
So
my
the
God.
other thing I just remembered about that shoot was embarrassing is that to be funny, infomercials always over-exaggerate everything.
Oh my God.
And so Chris was like, "I'm sorry for the scene." I'm like, if you like honey and you like crackers, it's a mix of the both.
Right.
So it's like I grab honey out of the jar, and then he's like, you need to. And the rule is if you look uncomfortable on camera or you look awkward, it portrays really well on camera. So I was
Right.
pouring honey in my mouth, and then he just has me, put it all over the place. So it's like I look at the camera and I'm just
Very
I have a picture on
exaggerated.
Facebook of a screenshot of you with just
that.
a honey face.
the things that I was willing to do to help Chris make a video back then. And so that was just really embarrassing for me because I just had honey all over my face.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It was very sticky. Very difficult to get off. And it's like I hate just being sticky. So
That's
like
right.
I like waffles with syrup on them, but it's like if I get sticky on my hand.
You know, do you know what? Do you know why it's so
I
sticky?
don't have syrup when I eat waffles or pancakes anymore because I hate being sticky on my hands.
I do
so.
too, as well.
You know
And
how
it
much
was-
water it takes to wash off honey and why it's so sticky besides the sugar content is when bees actually put the honey in the cells, they have hydrometers on their tongues. And so they test that honey constantly. And when it's ready to cap, well, when it's full, but when it's ready to cap, it has an 18% moisture content.
So
It's only at 18%, not
Right.
it's so it's they wait there's barely any water in
Yeah,
there.
so this is
18%.
very, very dry.
Yeah, but that's they bring it down to 18%
Wow.
water in case you were wondering.
so it's like reduced.
That's cool.
So in order to like de-stick it, you basically have to use the water as a solvent to dilute it. So you need quite a bit.
Yeah, you have to keep because I find myself because since we process
Yeah.
the honey and stuff, I have to wash and wash and wash to get
Right.
that.
So it's because it's very sticky.
Yeah.
You know. So well, Janeè, what was it like being on your first podcast?
It was a lot of fun. You guys, I want to put you all on a podcast and ask you some questions about something you really don't know.
Well, after this video airs, we're going to have
Yeah?
Janeè on for another video. So you'll have to come back and check out
And it
that
will be
video.
about something that she knows.
And it
Yes.
will be. So that'll be
Awesome.
pretty fun.
Okay,
So
good.
that's all I have. Kara, do you have anything else?
I think that's it.
Janeè, do you have anything else you want to say or you want to wrap it up?
See, Jeremy is again avoiding the most embarrassing Jeremy
Yeah,
story.
just in the broadest strokes possible, I want you to try and make Jeremy as red-faced as you can.
All right.
Yes,
this is no
please.
brainer.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Leaves his ex-girlfriends in the middle of the night, has this freaking old school Mustang, right? And drives into a garbage can. Or I mean,
yeah, I
not a garbage
remember
can.
that.
I
A dumpster.
No, like a
It was a
dumpster.
dumpster, yes.
A dumpster. Sideswipes it, crashed. Yep. There you go. He's getting
Yeah.
red.
You got any more? You got any more?
No, that's
Anything?
good. I like
No, that's the mo-
that's a good like it could happen to anybody's story, but
Yes.
it happened to you.
That's really
The
funny.
dumpster
Yeah.
was in the middle of the road and it was did not have
It was
reflective
in the
markers on
middle of the road.
it. It was.
Yeah, it was in a lane of traffic.
It was absolutely in my
Chris,
lane.
I,
of
no,
No, it wasn't.
I do have to defend him a little bit. He still should have seen it. He had 4 miles of driveway to notice it, but it
But-
was in the lane of traffic.
Okay, well, it's like that guy that hit the patch of dirt right outside of Taco John's. Remember,
don't-
and he like flipped his car and everything.
Oh, jeez.
Is that a Wendy's?
Just recently.
What? I never even heard about
I
it.
They
didn't
were
hear about this
working on
either.
like Washington, and there was like this huge
Oh,
chunk of dirt.
David.
Oh, David. Was it David?
Okay, so
Okay,
really
you
quick.
guys know the guy
Washington
that flipped
Avenue
the
was
car?
torn up, right?
Yeah. I
It's
saw
still
that.
torn up right now.
It's
So
still,
they
yeah.
made a big, I'm talking 10-foot mound, and from one way it's a sheer cliff, and from the
no.
other way it's gradually up to 10. So David was coming at the mound from the sharp cliffside and could see it, and an innocent man, an older man, was driving down the road, and then all of a sudden is driving, and he drives on the edge of it, goes all the way up 10 feet, and then flips it on his roof.
Oh my god!
And he couldn't see it because it was like gradual, so he was just driving
You
along.
can still notice, like, oh, I don't see any more road up.
Oh,
I
the
don't
clouds
see
are
the
beautiful
sun.
today.
How do you miss this?
The
mound
weather
of
pattern
dirt?
is different up there. So David had to like deal with this guy. And anyways, the funny part is he was so high, he rolled on the hood and then kept going and then landed back on the wheels.
I
But
can't believe it. That's
no way.
insane.
the car still suffered enough damage where it would probably be considered totaled.
Oh,
Anytime you end up on the roof for any amount of time,
Stuntman.
you're
He's a new
probably-
stuntman for somebody.
Right?
So so David couldn't believe it. He
That's
saw
funny.
it from the other angle and he's like, that guy just like, woo, did Dukes of Hazzard, just from.
He's reliving
So-
his glory days.
That would be something to see, though. Seriously.
Yeah.
So yes, Karen,
I thought you were gonna say that David flipped his car over, and I was
No.
about
Yeah,
to give
that's
him
what I
mad
thought,
shit.
It's one of those things like, how do you not see that?
Well, I could see. So the foreground blended in with the background because it's torn up all the way. So if all you can see is dirt, I could understand
Yeah.
how it would blend
Yeah.
in. It's an
Yeah.
illusion, and with it
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
gradual, there's no sharp shadows or anything.
Well, you know what happened to
Twilight?
Kevin when he was back in high school? So he was out in Carter's Pit and was driving a four-wheeler, and it looked like one big hill, right? Or, continuous.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently some guys were in there with a little excavator and they were taking some dirt right out the middle there. And Kevin goes up and then was like, There's nothing there.
Yeah.
There's no-
Just
there's no-
bounced right in there.
Not gonna make the other side.
Yep.
So he went right off the cliff.
Oh, no.
And he actually, so how he described it, because this is interesting too. I hope he doesn't get mad for this. But he jammed, he didn't jump off. He didn't get off in time. So apparently like his hand was still on. So when he landed, it jammed. And this part of your hand, just imagine this part of your hand, that's how he told it, slid back up his arm.
Ugh.
And so he explained it that now you have this part of here, the nub here,
The nub.
it's your wrist, the ball here was like grabbing the ball of his hand.
Wow.
He jammed it like that.
Dang.
Yeah. When you were telling me about this guy like going up and not
Yeah.
knowing that this is happening, I'm
Yeah.
like the Kevin story came back.
He rolled off
Poor
the
guy.
side. Yeah.
Gross. Ugh.
Yeah.
Nope.
So it happens. It can happen. It can happen.
What we've learned today is you can judge yourself on nerdiness, and you can also learn to not drive off things.
Don't.
Yeah.
And make
Yeah.
sure you're paying attention to the road, not running into dumpsters.
It was late, and it,
It was
a
late.
dark.
It
and
was like the
big.
middle of the night.
It was. Yeah, you left late.
So, all right. Well, that is all we have for you. Thanks everybody for watching. If you like these videos, subscribe to our channel. That way you'll be notified when we make more stuff. And then, hey, if you want to see more Janeè, let us know. Like and comment. She won't be able to be back for a while, but we'll have her on the next time.
Hey,
she's
you
in
guys
town.
can do on-site stuff too, or off-site stuff, and I'll
Skype her in.
Yeah.
We'll Skype. Well, then
Yeah.
we'll Skype her in. So, like this video or comment if you want to see more Janeè, or what you thought of any of the stories we told here tonight.
Ring the notification bell if you want to be notified of everything that we do. It means a lot to us. It shows that you really support.
Yeah. Ring
Let us
that
know if you
bell.
want to hear Jeremy sing ever again or not.
Yeah.
All right, Kara.
May the force be with you.